glad you clicked on this video because we're going to do some cool stuff today. I am at Motorhomes of Texas in Nacogdoches, Texas. Nacogdoches? I don't know how to say it. But they have a handful of Newells on the lot that are all newer than mine, ranging from like early 2000s up to like 2010, 2011, something like that. And they got an 05 in down there right now. They just took in, it's a consignment deal, so it hasn't been cleaned up yet or anything. But I just walked through it and I was kind of thinking, what in this one is the same as mine? Mine's a 96, that's an 05, so 9-10 year difference, give or take. And I saw a few things that were similar, so I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of mine just so you can kind of get a feel of what it is. Then we're going to go down there and check out the 05 and see what's the same, what's different, what's evolved. It's pretty cool. So this is mine. My piece of stool Newell, the Newell stool, you know, real solid. We got a little bit of delamination there. I just glue that back down, no big deal. And so you open the door, straight up stairway. Here's the door. My steps don't come out because I thought they were broken, but they're not. Step in here. Here's what you got. You got a little table dealio over there. Chair, couch flips out, needs to be cleaned up, conditioned. My LEDs are just taped up there. I'm just mocking them up to see where I like them before I wire them up the correct way. But here's what you got for reference, just for space wise up there. Apologize for all my stuff, I live in here. Fridge here, storage, washer, dryer. You see that. Shower, bathroom. Oh, well, that's great. Closet, walk-in closet back there. Fan, do it for Dale. A powerless calendar. Take note, no slides in this one. And this closet takes up a fair bit of room back here, as well as this bathroom is kind of wide. At least it feels like it to me. Shower is decently big, but it's not huge. Would be lots of counter space here if it wasn't for this garbage disposal portion here. And I wish this had the Gagano flip up so that it wasn't like this. This kind of takes up a lot of room, usable room too. Little cabinet there, cabinets here, cabinets there, drawers under the couch, driver's area, also a mess. I just drove here, aux cords and whatnot everywhere. But look how like old the gauges are and stuff, and the generator one's like all blown out. I don't know, they didn't get hooked those back up, but it's pretty bare bones. The floor, it's pretty nice. It's all there. Control panel for everything, microwave. Inside the cabinets, protein shaker. They're finished with this nice gray carpet. Hinges, the little details. See what's changed and what's happened. And how all these open with these little brown latches here. Take note of that too. So now let's go down, check out the 05 in some more detail. You just got a footing in here, that's all you need. I parked over there just so I wouldn't be in the way. The 05 we're looking at is actually that one right there. They have tons of 4 travels here, which I'm actually pretty pumped to check out because I've never been in a 4 travel before or even looked at one. I don't know anything about them really. But the 4 travel plant is like half a mile down the road. I passed it on the way here. So here's the 05 at first glance. It looks big to me, like really big, really tall. Like it seems taller than mine. I don't know how observant you are, but I'll point out that the front end is essentially the exact same thing, with the bottom portion changed to the smiley face update is what the people call it. All it really does is, on mine, this belt line wraps around flat. It doesn't bow down here, it's flat, and then the headlights would be down here, where on these ones they kind of shape it up, smooth it out a little bit, and I think that looks cool. I'd like to convert mine at some point. They use the same Looks to be the same trim pieces, different wheel arches, bay doors constructed differently, flush mount windows. Mine are not flush. This air door, I don't know if it's charged up or what, but a full disclaimer, I'd like to point out again, this one was just dropped off for consignment. It hasn't been detailed or prepped or anything yet. It's just here how it is. It's number 730, coach number 730. If this is something you're interested in, it might be a good look at it for you. But we're mostly here to compare the difference between like the evolution of a Newell build in 10 years. We'll start up here, the driver's area. Chair looks pretty similar, much more squishy back here. The armrests are kind of shaped the same. I think they might build those in-house. I think they do, actually. The steering wheel is much more like a car than like we go bus driver steering wheel. I actually like this one better. I think it's more comfortable. I like the fact that it has buttons on it. That'd be really nice to have, especially if you could get buttons on it for like the radio and stuff. It doesn't have near as many gauges as mine does, at least at a glance. You have two main ones, tach speedometer, and then within the two outside ones you have 4 gauges within them. So it looks to have about all the same number of physical gauges. That's actually number of displays, different number of gauges. It's much more condensed. It flows. It's more ergonomical. Engine lights are over here, where on mine they're over there. Transmission control board looks the same. These switches are the same for the Jake brake and headlights and stuff. These are the same for the sunshades, identical on mine. Stink bug, I got one of those in mine too. Driver's seat, this thing looks pretty neat, and I actually did sit in it when I first got here, and it's very comfortable. I like it a lot. So this is all that clear black stuff, where mine, it's all that finished wood. Obviously much more modern things in here, speakers up in the roof. The roof itself looks built similarly. It's still leather, but it's got a lot more stuff in it. And the way this kind of wraps up is similar to mine, but mine goes the whole way back. You can see this one, it's got this bump up here. This has the extended roof, like the raised roof option. And what that is like, if you remember on mine, the roof bumps up in the back. That can be chosen by the purchaser, the original configurer. You could put it all the way at the front like this one. You could put it in the middle, kind of like where mine is, or you could not do it at all. Obviously, if I was going to do one of these, I'd want it all the way up at the front because I'm a tall dude. I like the headroom. That looks like the same couch I have with a different armrest, but the actual couch construction looks the same. It has the same gray thingies on there, gray latches. Doors are built the same. The leather's much nicer in this one. It looks to be more fluffy. The dinette, pretty similar, but this one, since it's a slide out, this is also movable to pop this out and then have a full wraparound, which is pretty neat. Mine does not do that because it's a non-slide and it would take up too much room. We got all these real cool curved cabinets in here, finished with the same carpet. That has not changed. This is the cooktop I'd rather have, takes up less room. Mine does not have buttons like this. Control panel looks much newer than mine. These lights are the same. All my engine lights are like these type of lights here. This is actually the fridge, which is pimp. Sub-Zero, like this is some top level stuff. That is so cool, and it's all hidden, like you don't see it. It looks like another cabinet. Now the washer dryer pod is identical to my 96. Identical. Same cabinet construction, same latches. It's all the same. And mine also has the leather wrapped around the hinges too, which is a really cool detail. And the way they kind of put these mirrors in here, mine is also built that way. The doors that they put over these control panels, I didn't show you, but mine has a thermostat in the rear closet that looks just like this. And up here, the trim is put together between like just the curve, the thickness of this, the leather, the radius. It's all just spitting image of how mine is put together. Here's the pooper. The toilet seat is on the toilet, unlike mine is not on the toilet anymore, as you saw. I don't know what year it was, but at some point they started going to these air-powered entry doors as opposed to the flip-out ones. And a little fun fact, Dale Earnhardt Jr., even his newest one, I'm pretty sure, but his 05 would be the same year as this one. He was like the only guy to request the regular flip-out door, because I guess like if someone knocks on it, you can like, you know, just open it up and be like, it was there kind of thing, and then it doesn't just fling open and they can barge in. And I think that's a valid point in favor of a standard door instead of that door, because you hit the button and it's hello, everybody can see everything you're doing. Getting into more of the nitty-gritty stuff here that you probably won't see on other people's videos, just because this stuff interests me. I'm a car guy, I build cars, I wire things, so I like to see this stuff. My fuse panel is in the same spot, but this one is much better, well put together. It looks more like a production piece, where mine, I'll show it to you, it's just like a piece of plywood. It looks the same as far as the way everything's laid out, but the base is just plywood, and it's handwritten on there what the stuff is, where this one has a nice produced piece with everything clearly marked and labeled on there as what it is. I also noticed that they use the same reading lights. Mine has the exact same ones. I would put a desk in mine, because I do a lot of stuff on the computer. Obviously, I'll be editing this video at my own dinette because I don't have a desk like this. As far as like the styling goes of this one compared to my 96, I think this decor is something that like my parents would probably like more. I'm 24. Like mine with the zebra and everything, like it's like 24-year-old bachelor pad dude freaking paradise. It's great. Aside from that, mine is a rare case where everything is gray, black, and like silver stainless-ish for the most part. It aged really, really well. Where most of the 96s have this, something like this as their base. It's like a tan with gold stuff. If you didn't know these things really well, you would not think this was a 2005. There's maybe some, you know, smarty pants out there be like, oh, well, you know, this microwave is, okay, well, yeah, if you put a new microwave in there, you're not gonna know the difference. Ask any person who does not know what a Newell is or what they're looking at. They're gonna come in here and they would think this is a brand new freaking motorhome, and it's not, which is insane that they were this far ahead of their time. Let's open this up and see what's in here. You can't feel it, but this is a heavy door. Like this is just, that's some beef. That's like the same thickness aluminum that I used to make ice tanks and stuff out of on race cars. Series 60 Detroit. This one's a lot cleaner looking than mine, that's for sure. Something interesting to note is that the actual frame has not changed a whole lot. Barely at all, according to Newell. They just added some braces here and there. It's evolved a little bit over time, but the primary structure and the way everything's laid out, like on the frame table, is about the same. The ZF front suspension came out, and then, you know, the steering tag and that stuff, but the rails, the way it's built, there's not much difference between like a 96 and even a new one. They got the regular window like mine does when they put this like piece of other glass over it to give it that like flush mount look, so you don't see the seam around it. That's pretty trick. I like that. So now I think we get a pretty good look at this. I don't mean to go over it super thoroughly, like here's this thing for sale kind of video, because it's not clean. We were just checking it out to compare differences between the ages, and I think we did just that. So now we're gonna move across the street and go check out the ones that are on the lot for sale, ready to buy, that they have here. Those ones I'll do more close up of like the appliances and what the actual details, how things work are, and stuff like that, because those ones are cleaned up and ready to rock. Hop on over there, check those videos out, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more, because I'm gonna release all these, you know, in series, so they'll be coming.